handle the truth.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I got a subject I want to talk about, and it's mostly about these mouthy people that's been talking about they don't have to obey. Talking about governors and mayors and other political figures. They say that they don't have to follow the regulations that's handed down by the U.S. government. Donald Trump, emergency orders and stuff like that. In fact, they're politically defined, and they're saying that the United States government doesn't have the right to come into their town, their city, their state, or whatever, and to go through the operations that are needed to get rid of the illegal immigrants. And they're telling Donald Trump and making cases to the people and the public and everything through social media and the courts and everything, trying to stop this thing from happening. There's a thing, guys, is I've talked about this before, and it's about when the people paying their taxes and everything forever, as long as they own property, they pay taxes on it. There's a thing called sovereignty of the government or the country and everything. And that is that basically any land that you live on within a country is actually owned by the country. You're just renting it for the rest of your days. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's the way it kind of works out, guys. Y'all can talk about it, say it's illegal and everything like that, but every country does it. So that's the rule that everybody goes by. That's the rule they play by. So all the land in the country belongs to the government. You just rent it from them. Even if you own the house and everything like that and paid it off, you still pay taxes because you're renting the land. So that's established, guys, like that. And as is, the representative of the U.S. government is, of course, Donald J. Trump, a duly elected official. So we understand this correctly. We're on the same page as this. So when these governors and mayors and other officials get up here and say that Donald J. Trump, i.e., the U.S. government, cannot come in their city and carry out official operations, well, that's kind of silly because they don't own that city. They don't own the land that city is on. They don't own state land. They're just a figure that's been put in position to govern, to watch over the land he was appointed to watch over. All these governors and mayors also have to have the approval of the U.S. government before they can be obtained this office. It's rules and regulations and statutes for their office and everything set up by the U.S. government and states. So they had to follow these guidelines, these rules and everything. And one of them is they had to follow the orders of the federal government, i.e., Donald J. Trump, a duly elected representative of the U.S. government. So when they holler that they can't come in here, well, they got to remember that's Donald J. Trump's land that they're talking about. He can't come on because he is the representative of the U.S. government. Now, I don't like a whole lot of stuff that he's doing, but this right here, them saying that he cannot do it because it's their state, their city, their town, their community. You're living on someone else's land, guys, and that land belongs to Donald Trump. Hope y'all have a groovy day. Later, taters.